usual time, if that's okay, because I'm sure the public has questions they'd like to ask too, or they wouldn't be here.
So you're yielding your time?
No, no, I'm going to use my time too.
I don't have a problem with that. If there are no other questions from council members, I'd like to go to the. Wait a minute, Mr. Valesi, you have a question?
Well, yeah. Give me a rundown. How many properties do you have in inventory right this very?
Again, are we talking total or are we talking?
Total properties in inventory.
Well, you get tax credit and sunshine, 235.
How many of those are occupied?
170.
170 are occupied.
I think you said what, about 43?
40 plus the 130, 137 on the one side, of course, so 177 are occupied.
And Joe, you said 10 need to be demoed?
Or 10 were for sale, wasn't it?
10 are for sale. The ones that need to be demoed, maybe there's 6, something like that, somewhere around. That I think are not worth, putting any more money into.
How many are private pay?
Excuse me, if I can finish, please. 235 houses total. You're seeing 170 are occupied.
177, something like that.
Okay, so just say that's around 170. That leaves about approximately 155 that are vacant.
How many?
155 that are.
155, 177 is total.
Oh, I'm sorry. 50. So it leaves about 55 that are vacant.
Less than 145, but go ahead.
And of those 45 to 55 that are vacant, how many of those are lost causes?
I think the ones, some of them aren't lost causes. I mean, some of them, I think we have about 20 some that have been stripped. And I mean, from wiring to plumbing to furnaces to hot water tanks to kitchen sink, everything have been removed. And so, you could argue that some of those might be of value to somebody, depending on the mortgage situation. And somebody that could come in, if they could buy that house for a couple $1,000s, might be able to turn it into something. Okay, and so there's still some opportunities there. We've got to get over the mortgage issues on some of those to be able to do that.
Okay.
Now that
Else have are you done?
no.
I have questions too.
Now that the now we're kind of over the hump as far as the 2008 the crash of the housing market. And I heard you say heard you say that you're actually in a better position today than you were 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
Does that mean that you've kind of weathered the storm, and if you're moving forward, you've got maybe some light down the tunnel?
Well, I do, because
if you do see some light down the tunnel, can you explain where that light's coming from?
Well, it's coming from we've paid down some old debts. Over the last 3 years, I paid almost $74,000 in old debts that were there when I took over. That had to be paid. And out of some old debts, I only have $4,000 left to pay. So I'm knocking out, those old obligations. 2, because we have all the properties that we have available to rented, our cash flow is starting to increase a little bit. And so as we eliminate some debts and we have more cash flow, we have more funds available to start paying on current obligations. As I said, within the last week or so, I've paid a little over $2,000 on taxes on the land contracts, because those, again, I've always said those are a priority. And so it's a little over $2,000 been paid there. So I see the cash flow improving, and then if we can further with what we can do with Huntington Bank, and, if we're not paying $7,000 a month, just reducing that $1,000 a month gives us $12,000 a year to pay on these obligations. So I think it's turning around. And then of course, the best thing that could happen is that we could sell some of these properties and bring those funds in. Then we'd be in a much better position.
Thank you.
Who else had? Greg, do you have a question?
Yeah. Out of all the properties, how many of them are private pay tenants? How many are not Section 8 welfare?
Greg, I'm not positive the distribution. We may be over 50% Section 8, and it's different whether it's the tax credits or not. I mean, we do have a number of Section 8 tenants.
And, and your board, do they get monthly updates on this, or what's the, time frame on those for your directors? Monthly updates, bi-monthly,
Monthly.
monthly?
And we meet monthly also. I mean, the tax credit properties, are, as Councilman Rucker indicated, managed by Hallmark Management. And we meet with them monthly, to review those properties.
The, dealings with Huntington, are you looking to do, individual mortgages on these, or blanket mortgage?
I hope it's a blanket mortgage. The individual mortgage has, you know, made it very difficult for us to move.
And how many homes will be hopefully under that?
Well, right now we have 61 Huntington mortgages.
61 mortgages.
Correct. Right.
Mr. Rucker, if I could, I have to leave, if I could just ask one question before I leave. I mean, thank you for coming, I apologize, I have to get to my son's practice. Bottom line for me today is, can you say with 100% certainty that my residents in my ward that are in Sunshine Homes, that have